Hey, I'm Nikki Lang, and I am so honored to be here tonight. The DRLC created the Dream Award to recognize leaders in entertainment, arts, and the media who are a positive force to dispel stigma and prejudice regarding disabilities. This year, the nominating committee has selected the talented singer and actor, Nick Jonas, to receive this award. Nick was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes at the age of 13, and I was at 10. Nick has always been an activist, allowing the public to see diabetes as part of the normal fabric of life. And he's a role model for those with diabetes. Nick's website, Nick's Simple Wins, documents how diabetes need not slow anyone down. His outreach efforts and transparency about his insulin pump and blood sugar testing have helped change attitudes and have become a positive force for inclusion. Nick's fans are enriched by the awareness of his intense diabetes regimen, and thus become champions of the rights of people with all types of disabilities and chronic illnesses like diabetes, which is covered under the Americans with Disabilities Act. Please join me in welcoming Nick Jonas, singer, songwriter, youngest of the Jonas Brothers, diabetes activist, and 2011 recipient of the DRLC's Dream Award.
Thank you all so much for having me here tonight. My name is Nick Jonas. For those of you that don't know, I sing in a band with my brothers to crowds that are a bit different than the one that we have here tonight. But you all look fantastic, and I'm truly honored to be receiving this award. I was diagnosed on November 16th, 2005 with type 1 diabetes. I just came up on my 6-year anniversary. A lot of people ask me why I call it an anniversary when it's something that is usually looked upon as a negative thing. However, from the time I was diagnosed, I wanted to make sure that I looked at diabetes as a positive and as a way for me to speak to other young people about their diabetes and encourage and inspire them. I've been given a platform to be able to speak, and it's been one that I've been blessed to speak on. It's been tough at times to manage my diabetes, challenging to learn how to handle something on a day-to-day basis when I keep such a crazy schedule. However, I've had the support of my family, the team around us, and an amazing doctor, and Dr. Francine Kaufman. And I'm so honored. But I have been so blessed to be able to share my story. I was diagnosed and my sugar was over 700, and normal was anywhere from 70 to 120. So I was in terrible shape and went to the hospital immediately, and I was there for about 3.5 days and got out of the hospital, and the following day had a performance with my brothers. And this was in the days when we were still playing to crowds of about 10 to 12 people in every city that we went to. As time went on and as I learned how to manage my diabetes, I also began to see things change for my brothers and I, and the crowds changed from 10 to 12 to more. And we've been very blessed by that, and it was an amazing moment when I realized that me speaking about this thing that I live with every day could encourage a young person who was going through a similar thing. And some stories over the years that I've kind of looked back on in moments that I've had trouble living with diabetes have been the ones where people come up to me and say, "You sharing your story and being so open about your life with diabetes lets me know that I can do anything I want in my life living with diabetes." I had a dream as a young boy, and I'm still a young man, and all my dreams are still coming into place. And I'm blessed to be able to do what I love and sing for people and perform. And I had that dream at a very young age. I can't think of the exact moment when I said I want to do this, but I knew it was always in there. It was always in my heart. And so this award, the Dream Award, means so much to me. And I know it means so much to other young diabetics who are living with us on a day-to-day basis, who have to deal with high and low blood sugars. It is a troubling thing to have to think about this 24/7. And when you're 6 years into it, it does become easier, and you do learn how to manage it. But it still makes you think, why me? Why was this given to me? I'm the only one of 4 brothers who has diabetes. I asked that question every night when I went to bed, first couple months of being diagnosed. Why was this given to me? And I know now, 6 years later, and I knew shortly after, that it was so I could speak to other young people and just share my story. And it's nothing more than that. And so receiving an award for it and being told that it's encouraged other people is a blessing and amazing, but it's really just me telling a story about something that I went through in my life and that I'm continuing to go through. And as my story continues, I hope I have a bit more life left in me. I don't want to. As my story continues, I look forward to being able to get more in depth about what we can do to raise awareness about diabetes. We have a lot of powerful people here in the room tonight who I know can do some great things for me and the entire diabetic community, and for all people living with disabilities. And I want to encourage all of you to please go and do what you can, because we need it. We really do. We need the funds for research, we need to raise awareness, and most of all, we need the person that lives next to you who has diabetes, or any disability for that matter, to be encouraged, because it is a struggle day to day. But as long as we have each other through this fight, as long as we have amazing doctors, an amazing family and friends, it's going to be all right. I thank you again. Have a wonderful evening.